Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look again at the Sunshine Cup. This cup is going to be kind of based around a few certain Pokemon, so we kind of want to try to take advantage of this. A lot of times we have a lot of flying type Pokemon available in this cup. So we're going to take a look today at Golem. Golem is super low rated on PvPoke for this cup on rank 146. And still, I wanted to try it out, and you're going to see in today's video why that was the case. This Pokemon is basically, I'm going to tell you how I found this Pokemon for my team building or in general to try this Pokemon out. I went ahead, tried to go ahead and go on to PvPoke, see what beats Pidgeot as well as Noctowl the hardest in this cup. Turns out it is Golem, and Golem will be able to farm them all the way down. There is no way for them to win this matchup against Golem usually. So Shadow Golem here will be able to just take advantage of the fact that there are a lot of flying type Pokemon available, a lot of Noctowl, a lot of Pidgeot, especially Pidgeot cannot really do anything against you. Why do we go ahead and go for Golem instead of the Graveler? You see it here already. We have access to the move Earthquake, allowing us to farm down opponents, farm down those flying type Pokemon, and then hit back against the hardest counter of Golem. Having a nuke move, having a bait move, having a fast move that's going to just farm down any kind of flying type. This Pokemon was way better than expected. It's super low ranked, it's not really a Pokemon that you really see. It's a Pokemon that's most likely mainly going to be good for this meta here. I was a little bit late on swapping out against the Noctowl, that's why I wasn't able to farm down in the zero shield scenario. But otherwise, this Pokemon can pack a punch and also going to be able to basically always give you switch advantage against those Noctowl Saistorps, those Pidgeot Saistorps that you're going to see all over the place. Yeah, I'm still not really playing the best of my ability, to be fair. I'm really out of the game after like 1 week of not playing at all. So yeah, here I sure went ahead and already went for one more fast move with my one Pokemon here, but also against this Pokemon here, I think I also misplayed a little bit, but here we're going to see the opponent going for another charge move here. Should have most likely no shield this one and try to farm them down, but I was a little bit too scared of the potential of the damage of the Incinerate, and so I went ahead and made a huge mistake here, allowing my opponent to basically beat me with the Vigoroth here. Definitely not ideal for me, but never mind. Jumpluff seems to be just too good for this one. We're going to be able to still reach the energy ball and knock them out here. Jumpluff was amazing as well for this team. Highly recommend you this one. As you're going to see, another very bad lead for, actually a bad lead for us usually, I guess it's a pretty neutral lead, but we're going to see the Noctowl Saistorp. We're going to be able to go into our Golem, and we're going to be able to farm them all the way down before they can do anything else. In comes the Galarian Stunfisk. They don't expect me to have this move, so we're gonna go for the Earthquake, one-shot this Pokemon, and say goodbye to the opponent. If you still don't think that the Golem has some play in this cup, I don't know anymore. This Pokemon was so much fun to play as well. Problem for this team, for sure, Gliscor. Gliscor is definitely an issue for this team to deal with, as we're going to have a weakness of basically all our Pokemon against it, but luckily my opponent decides to let this move go through. Luckily gonna go ahead and go for the Earthquake here, allowing us to use one shield, but also get rid of the opponent's Pokemon here. In comes a Jumpluff, in comes a Body Slam spam from our Vigoroth. Vigoroth, such a safe Pokemon for this meta. Basically no answer. Like, there are kinda other fighting type Pokemon, of course, like the Blaziken, but even against those, the fast moves damage plus the body slam damage is just going to add up. As you're going to see here against this Jumpluff, we're still going to be able to go for another charge move here. I think this was a CMP tie as well, allowing us to get them super low, allowing us as well, I think, to farm them down with our own Jumpluff here already. I think that should be fine, but no, we're just gonna go ahead, go into a Golem, and we can say goodbye to the Magcargo coming in, as there is literally nothing this opponent's Magcargo can do, as we're just going to be able to just farm them all the way down here. Having the greatest time of my life, I will just be able to farm them all the way down, and again, Golem came in clutch. I honestly climbed so much as well with this team, it was insane. I didn't expect it whatsoever, but this team worked out so well. Would again rather recommend you to use Tropius in the lead here instead of the Jumpluff, to be fair. But yeah, I didn't really want to use Tropius again because I used it in the video prior for this cup here, so yeah, kind of want to spice some things up here and don't go for the Tropius, and rather go for the Jumpluff, which is definitely more accessible for most people. Here we will be able to realign our Pokemon, which of course is very good after losing the lead there pretty hard against this Noctowl. I still will be able to go for another charge move here, going to go for the Body Slam, going to get some damage onto them. and I should be able to reach another one in time, but my opponent decides to go ahead and go for a charge move. Smart decision, as we would have, otherwise would have been able to go for another charge move here. We still will be able to survive one charge move from the opponent's Noctowl with a Shadow Ball, and in comes, what a surprise, another flying type Pokemon with the Pidgeot. And it's going to be a little bit dicey here. We will be able to go ahead and go for our Jumpluff now, which will be able to go ahead and take this Feather Dance coming in. If they went ahead and went for the Brave Bird, I would have most likely had a great time as well. But they have to go for Brave Bird now, but they still don't do it. So now we'll be able to go for one move, but I didn't want to give the Noctowl too much energy. So I just went ahead and tried to farm them all the way down, forcing them to throw another charge move here, allowing us to farm them down with the Golem. And another Pokemon goes down here with the Pidgeot. Both of the Flyers just went down to the Golem here. Pretty easy. Another horrible lead, another very decent swap for us. As you're going to see the Vigoroth now against the Blaziken. As said before, if we want to, we will be able to realign here unless the opponent going to use 2 charge moves or 2 shields against us. They only used, they didn't use any of them, so we will be able to now farm them all the way down. Going to be able to align our Noctowl, the opponent's Noctowl against our Golem laydown, but here still going to go for the double body slam spam. Hopefully going to be able to result in 1 shield advantage, but nope, they're going to let this move go through, go into their own Vigoroth, and now we have a Jumpluff left. This is not really an ideal scenario. The opponent has some energy left still on their Noctowl, enough for 1 Shadow Ball, most likely to hit our Golem pretty hard, but we're going to see the Vigoroth going to go for the spam here right now. We have to stay in this matchup. We have to hope that we're going to be able to hit another energy ball in time afterwards as well. They're going to, of course, use all the shields that they have, as you're going to see the opponent going for 1 body slam here against us, going to do some decent damage. I have to use my shield here. There is no other way to win this game here. I'm going to swap out immediately, predicting the swap from the opponent, and this worked out so well, as we will be able to now go ahead and go for another charge move, and we should be able to reach another charge move in time, I thought, but nope. I could have went for the charge move there and would have maybe done some damage against them, but I don't think a Rock Throw would have done enough damage to knock out this Vigoroth. You have to also count off basically 1 fast move there from my Golem, that wouldn't have hit otherwise then as well. So I feel like I don't think Rock Throw would have done enough damage anyway, so I don't think I really made a mistake here. Still kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. We're going to see the next opponent here. We're going to see a Necrobatics hitting this Vigoroth, which is going to be very nice. We can now swap out into our own one. Going to be able to realign our Pokemon, going to be able to get some energy advantage here as well, and leaving us matchup with 1 body slam stored. In comes the normal Stunfisk here, of course, which is something that you don't want to face with your Golem, so I'm pretty happy that we will be able to face it later with our Jumpluff. But I make a huge mistake here by swapping out immediately. For whatever reason I did this, I have literally 0 clue. Forcing me now to shield up this charge move here. They're going to go for the Feather Dance. I can swap out, and we're going to see I'm lagging hard here. And my opponent gets way more fast moves in than I did, and that's going to lose me the game. Which is really unfortunate, because usually you can easily farm down the Pidgeot like this. They're going to get to another charge move here as well, and this is going to lose me sadly the game here right now. Pretty sure without it I would have been able to win this one. I would have been able to farm down the Pidgeot, would have got another shield from the opponent because I have to shield up the Earthquake. I had basically 2 energy balls stored while still having a shield left. So honestly, I'm pretty sure without the lag I would have been able to win this game here as well. Like this, sadly, the opponent going to be able to reach his next charge move in time. I'm still going to be able to shield this move up. It does knock me out straight away, but sadly we lose CMP here against the opponent's Stunfisk. And that's going to be a loss. But again, if we didn't lag there, I'm pretty sure we had a great time. Issues for this team come with Nidoqueen. Didn't expect this Pokemon at all this meta by the way right now, but honestly, Nidoqueen might be an interesting Pokemon to take a look at. If you want to have a video about Nidoqueen as well, let me know in the comment section. Also, leave a like on the video. Helps out quite a bit for this kind of content to get recommended to other people. So if you want to support the channel without having to be a member or whatever, you can also buy the membership. Leaving a like, leaving a comment is always something that helps out quite a bit and doesn't cost you anything. So please feel free to do that. Otherwise, here we're going to see the Tropius is going to throw 1 Aerial Ace against our Golem here. We will be able to survive that one, and we will see now the Obamas. Now, but at this point of time, we already know that this game is going to be over. There's not a lot that I can do in this particular game here, as we kind of got walled as well from the opponent, which is fine. Stuff like this happens, and I'm going to now go into the next game, as we're going to now see the Nidoqueen going to be able to shield up the Acrobatics. This would be my only win con if they just no shielded for literally zero chance. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense really. But yeah, we're going to see here another opponent with another Pidgeot coming in. Against Pidgeot, it's definitely a little bit easier against this Pokemon compared to the Noctowl. So they're going to be able to go for the debuff move here, of course, but we will be able to just farm them all the way down, even though we swapped in pretty late. In comes now the Diggersby again. We are double debuffed. Earthquake still does around half of the health of the opponent. Now imagine how much damage it's going to do if it's not double debuffed. But also, we can go for another Rock Throw, and my opponent decides to shield this move up. Like, honestly, shielding up a resisted, a very weak move, double debuffed on a Pokemon that literally would have got any damage on it. Must be feeling really nice for the opponent here. But we're going to see here the Fire Punch spam from the opponent, as they're going to be able to make a great catch here onto their Noctowl, onto our Energy Ball. Very nicely done from my opponent. I think I'm playing this matchup out a little bit weirdly as well. Gonna go ahead, go for the Body Slam here. And honestly, I should just go ahead and go straight for my next one after this one as well. I wouldn't CMP, I would be able to knock them out, and I would definitely have a better time than shielding up the next charge move here and getting more energy against the opponent. So this is definitely not an ideal scenario here, as the opponent going to be forced to go for the Earthquake in order to knock me out. Definitely something decent-ish for us, but we could try to swap out eventually as well. I just thought I could go for one more fast move. I can, but I cannot go for two. This is going to be the Earthquake, and sadly, they're just barely not in farm on range for me. So I have to go for another charge move here, hopefully. But they're going to be able to knock me out with a Fire Punch. Nope, they are not. I can go for the Energy Ball, and we can say goodbye to this Diggersby, as this Zero Rubber Energy Ball is going to be easily enough to knock out the opponent. Next opponent, we're going to see a Talonflame in the lead. Horrible lead for us. We're going to be able to go into a Vigoroth, and for whatever reason, my opponent going to decide to go for one Flame Charge, most likely here. Decent decision, of course, but we can go ahead and go for our own charge move here, and they decide to shield for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I will be able to now go for the Body Slam spam though, and it comes even better. We're gonna get another shield here for whatever reason, and it goes even better here as well, as we will be able to go for another charge move here. We cannot get a shield because they're all gone already, but we basically get the opponent super low, get a shield advantage. We can let this move go through, and our Golem says goodbye to the opponent here, as you see a Wishcast coming in. I should have stopped out earlier, which would have allowed me to reach the Energy Ball fast enough before they can go for a Blizzard, but sadly this did not happen. I have to now go ahead and go for the Energy Ball spam against the opponent's Galarian Stunfisk here. We'll be able to do some decent damage against them. We'll be able to now take this charge from the opponent coming through as well. Roxanne is coming through here. We will be able to go for another Energy Ball, but can the normal Golem here, Shadow Golem, clean out this game? We have to see. We're going to try to keep one charge move here stored for the Wishcast later on. We're going to swap into our Golem. They're going to stay in here. We can go for the full Rock Throw down. It's going to be just a Rock Slide at this point of time, and we will be able to now take this one, and we can also see this Wishcast. We're only going to see this Wishcast for a short amount of time. As you can see here, boom, Earthquake is going to be enough to knock out the opponent here. That's going to be a very good game. Next opponent, horrible lead again. You see here already, the leads are really, really bad for us. Pidgeot lead though does make a lot of sense. I literally looked it up, and there's literally just only a few Pokemon that can beat this Pokemon in the lead. So encountering this one a lot of times in the lead, that does make a lot of sense as well. As you're going to encounter now a Vigoroth. We will be able to go ahead and go for our own Body Slams, but of course we're double debuffed here. Not the ideal scenario here for us, but we will be able to go for another Body Slam. Gonna get them low. Going to a Jumpluff now. We can take one Body Slam by the opponent, as it's going to not do enough damage to knock us out. We can let this next move go through as well, and I'm now going to be able to also get more energy here. Take another Body Slam from the opponent. Have the move stored. I know that they have a Flying type in the back, so I don't really want to keep my Jumpluff for that run around. And we now see the opponent going to go ahead and go for the Pidgeot. We can farm it all the way down, and we can say goodbye, because they're most likely running Pidgeot and Noctowl. Get wrecked. Like, honestly, Golem is so much fun to play. We're going to see another opponent here going to have Vigoroth as a Say Swap against our Vigoroth as a Say Swap. That should be a matchup that we can win in terms of the realignment, which is going to be very nice. I'm going to use one shield for me, and I will be able to reach another charge move here, forcing a shield from the opponent or the knockout. We're going to get the shield, allowing us to now use our own shield to farm him all the way down. Of course, shields down now, which can be a little bit tricky against all the flying type Pokemon as well, especially as our lead lost against them already. But now it really depends if our Golem can win us this game here. We will be able to go for one Body Slam. I'm going to get them low, as we can go ahead and go not for another one here. We have to go into our Golem. We're going to get some decent damage against them. They're going to go for their own charge move. It's going to be a Sky Attack. I resisted, don't know why they didn't go for their main move here. But we're going to see now the Obstacle coming in, which is going to be an interesting matchup for us. As of course, our Jumpluff is going to have a very super effective fast move here, but not really the charge moves to hit this Pokemon. In comes another Night Slash. We will be able to take this one as well, but we can go ahead and go for another charge move here of our own. They're going to shield this move up. I have to kind of go for the acrobatics. Yeah, I feel like it doesn't knock them out quite yet, but let's take a look at this one. It does not. They can still go for another charge move here, sadly, which will put us pretty low here, and we have to try to farm all the way down with our Pokemon, but sadly they're going to be able to go for their Noctowl, have still a Shadow Ball stored, and they're going to be able to sweep me in game here. But yeah, Golem was so much fun to play. Honestly, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. I would appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!